The semi-arid region of Brazil covers a total of 900,000 square kilometers, a geographic area larger than the states of California, Oregon, and Washington combined. This region is home to approximately 22 million people and has the highest illiteracy rates and the lowest income per capita in Brazil. Lack of water is a chronic problem, and the situation is made worse by irregular rainfall distribution, poor soil quality, and the high salinity of the available water.
Brazil is a country that has different kind of climates. Semi-arid is like a region that has a lack of development, has a lack of water, but it's not dry as like in the Sahara or a desert.
Outside of the Diocese of Cajazeiras, the landscape is dotted with camps that shelter a total of 600 families searching for a place to call home. These camps illustrate the quest of the small farmer and his or her family to attain access to not only water, but also land.
Camps and settlements are caused by big difficulties to survive for people. A lot of these farms are also no longer producing anything, so people just couldn't find a way to make a living.
We've been here for 2.5 years. Sometimes it's very difficult. We've had times when there was no water at all for anything, and well, it's quite a lot of suffering.
What is a very important issue is the fact that there is very little groundwater. So the only solution available is collecting the water that's on the surface. But the idea is to stop the water before it flows off the place where you're living.
In these camps, the water that's retrieved from area reservoirs or dams isn't pure enough for drinking. Cattle and other livestock also use these same sources for their water needs, contaminating the water source. But typically, these are the only water sources available.
The main problem are the animals. If the animals get in, they will ruin the water. If they can't get water here, they will have to go to one of the towns, the nearest being Abadaceda, which is 5 kilometers, or Souza, which is 12 kilometers away.
In order to make this water clean enough to drink, a safe level of chlorine is added to the water. It is filtered to eliminate additional particles and debris, and then stored for future use. Brazil's rural population deserves their own water and land access, and settlements are a step in that direction. It's important for those in the camps to move to the more stable environment the settlements offer.
Well, things are much better. We were born here, but we didn't live here when the settlement came in. When we came here, the first years were the same routine. After that, with the Mandelas, things changed 100%, meaning that it changed completely. And it changed financially because we are eating food that we only saw in the markets before.
Most settlements provide residents with sturdier housing structures, a constant water resource, and land. There are 3 main water technologies used in this semi-arid region to trap essential surface water. Large community reservoirs provide water to the houses through a water distribution system. Smaller mandalas, locally constructed rainwater collection tanks, are used to irrigate crops and the gardens that are generally part of the homeowner's property. And individual cisterns collect rainwater off the roofs of houses. On this organic farm, the reservoir irrigates several areas of land. These crops are used by the family and also sold at market. But it only takes 1 year of infrequent rains to halt the operations of this farm.
The big problem is when you have one dry year after another. The rainy seasons are either very short or very poor, and there is a limit, because if not, the town would be without water.
In a neighboring settlement, the community works together to maintain a medicinal garden for their use and to distribute these herbs at the market. Most homes in a settlement rely on the water distribution systems to maintain their own gardens. They also use it to plant nurseries that feed into the larger community garden.
There are 9 women that work there. First of all, they started the medicinal garden, and they distributed vegetables to the community and to other communities. They worked together there, and after that, as there was land available in the plot and the mandala, then they started planting their own beds of vegetables to eat at home, because they're very expensive, and also some of them sell a few to take in a little money.
The community's effort illustrates how important it is to work together, as well as practice efficient water usage.